Hello and welcome to Frank's School. This is the 13th year, 10th day, first video. And this is part of State of the School 2023. And it's the 9th video in that series. But I need to explain something. Well, first of all, I owe you some links, which I'm going to put in the description underneath here. The one link is Lance. The third draft completed of the first book of The Pergola Pump, my novel. The second link is The Scroll. That's the third draft completed of the second book of The Pergola Pump. Now, I mentioned the obituary having to do with the obituary for Frank's School. I mentioned that. I'm going to put a link on for that. And Last Will and Testament for Frank's School. I mentioned that, talked about it before. I'll put those links down below. Okay, enough, I think, about the novel for now. Enough about the novel for now. It's going on every day, basically, unless, if things go as planned, every day I'll keep adding to that novel. And you can read it either, this would be in the second, third draft, something like that, either on my Facebook page, Frank Antonsen, or my school's Facebook page, Frank School. You can see it there. So there's I want to talk about some other stuff instead. I wanted to, for one thing, I want to come back to the land itself, the pigs. Okay, for one thing, I think that might be more interesting. Pruning, fencing, and unfencing were huge jobs this year, huge, months of work. And I did it for the pigs, but I did it with the pigs. And I'm going to talk about them separately. I just want to mention that I'm going to turn to that subject. You've seen this before, but I just thought I'd show you that in order to fence the pigs where they are, and I had to do a lot of pruning. And the fence basically, a typical day, if I were to turn my pigs into this pasture, I should every day walk that fence to check it. And as I go, I should prune as I go. But it took a lot of pruning to be able to build a fence in the first place. Here's another route I really should take pretty often, and that's around, I call this the east pasture. This is the southern pasture, or the pond pasture, and I should walk around that. I darkened the line. I put a darker line there. And then the west pasture is basically here. And if I turn the pigs onto here, periodically I need to go around this, clear up into the woods. Now, it took a lot of pruning and a lot of fence building to get that. Now, what I mean by unfencing is I made a shift. I had been fencing with pallet fencing, and that would have worked if I had enough manpower to take care of the plots I was fencing off for goats. It would not work for pigs. And when I shifted over to pigs, I had to go to electric fence, and basically I unfenced all the rest. That was a huge job to clean up that fencing. That I had done with the pallets, and I'll probably say more about that, but that's what I mean about the unfencing. I had devoted a lot of time and effort into fencing with pallets, but I decided I needed to just dismantle all that. Now, one of the things I'm going to turn to here is, I'm going to call it fossil fuel free heating, I think, 101, because I'm going to take a few days just in this to talk about it. What I want to deal with is warm air furnaces, like that one right there. And I have reason to do that. Gravity distribution of the heat and the warm air. But the way I do this is fossil fuel free. I heat with wood, no coal, and there's no electric, there's no thermostats, there's no pump, there's no fan, and that's different from most people who think they're going to heat with wood, or they do heat with wood, they still depend upon electricity that way. And I want to talk some about it, partly because I've had some trouble with that warm air furnace, but also because I know a lot about warm air furnaces. And I thought, I should share that. And so I'm going to take this opportunity. It's winter. It's occupying me right now. It's part of the state of the school that I have to be working with that furnace. So I'm going to turn my attention to that. I guess that's all for today. Bye now.